Hey everybody, Sylvia's here. On Dao still. I have killed all these things, by the way, and got no food out of it. It's kind of awesome. Besides what was left here. Anyway, I know I previously did a video of hunting in Nibelor, whatever this place is called, on Sylvia's. I thought it might be a good idea to do it on Dao. Specifically for the reason of most of the enemies here are kind of more of on the defensive end of things. Like, they have high armor, kind of physical resistances, I believe. I forgot to drop stuff. Whoops. Whatever. So, since, like, a paladin is just going to run away from everything and shoot them, he's not in that much danger. Whereas, on the other hand, all the things here kind of hit sort of hard. And, as you can see, don't die all that easy either. Luckily, it does in fact look like nobody's here. I have found that I cannot heal myself fast enough to reliably let a golem and a crystal spider hit me at the same time. I can, but like it can also be risky. So, at best, I try to avoid that particular situation. You could conceivably, though, get surrounded by, like, some golems and exori them down. I don't know. See, they hit kind of hard. They hit a lot harder than I do, at least. And you're also getting poisoned, which is a pain. I should also mention, Tibia Wiki gives like an estimated level you should be to do certain things. Also, I think in theory you could run around here and hit everything with the Utori Core, which is like the inflict bleeding spell, and then just leave because I don't think anything healer heals. That sounds like it would be terrible. I would not suggest doing that, but generally speaking, I believe you're going to waste pretty heavily here unless you get some decent drops. Also, I've noticed spider silks on Olympa are around like 4.5k, and over here they're more on the like 7.5k, which I was shocked to find last night. Anyway, as I was going to say, Tibia Wiki kind of gives like suggested levels for certain like places, and in that it also kind of gives a generic like you should also have skills of this kind of way, which is fine. The reason why I bring that up though is usually it's always like level 60 skills of this, and it's always, if the minimum level to hunt there effectively is 60, it's always skill of X, wherever X is always, like, you know, the same for that one. So it's worth mentioning that, like, Sylvius has an easy time hunting in a lot of spots because with his, like, equipment, his, I think his distance is, like, 99 right now. And most of the places that are, like, you shouldn't hunt here unless you're level 90 suggest that at level 90 you have, like, an 85 or a 90 distance fighting. And Sylvius has, like, a solid 10 more than that. Yep, and that was one of those parts where it got sketchy. I have no idea what shards sell for on this server either. On Olympa, they were around... Ooh, spider stuff. Alright, see, now this just suddenly became super profitable. On Olympa, shards were around, like, 1.6k. Anyway, so yeah, Sylvius has way higher skills than I think a paladin of his level should have. On the other hand, I believe Dao has lower skills than she should have. I think it's like, I mean, if you look off to the side there, it should say, but yeah, she's got 83 sword, which I'm pretty sure is less than what a knight of her level should have. On the other hand, though, she's young. She hasn't existed for a long time. Sylvius has existed for at least a couple of months more than she has. Sylvius was made a long time ago, in case you're going to like look him up, just for the record, and try to call me out on my falsification of the facts. But Sylvius was made a while ago. But my primary character was my sorcerer, which you have not seen yet. I may have logged on her once, but I don't remember. Anyway, though, point is, my main character back then was my sorcerer, and Sylvius was just like I was fiddling around with it kind of thing. And I hardly ever used him, and I think I made Sylvius around, like, 2 weeks before I went on a, like, long hiatus. So, when I came back and started playing more recently, which was... You know, I don't know when that was. Sometime at the beginning of this year, though. Sylvius was only level 29 at that point, though. On the other hand, Dao Dao is like a month and a half old or something at that point. So anyway, the point is, Dao Dao has weak skills, and I kind of run into that problem frequently enough that I think it's worth mentioning it. A real knight would probably be a little bit better here. That's not really good. Gotta dance it. There we go. There we go. These strong mana pots I'm getting were a lot cooler when I was a paladin. Worth mentioning, too, is... anyway, yeah. Worth mentioning before I die here. That would be hilarious if I died right here. Sorry. Okay. Now that I only have one of them, I can spare the mental power I need to speak. These guys are, at least they were for Sylvius, pretty profitable to hunt. The spiders give more, they're more profitable on the EXP end of things, and less on the actual loot until you start getting, like, lucky with knight armors and things like that. On the other hand, the ice golems are just, like, pure gold. At least they were on Sylvius. The ice golems gave some amazing loot. For their, like, I could kill them in, like, 2 shots consistently. So yeah, you'll get some pretty good EXP and, like, loot for hunting here, I think. But, I assume you're here for the tasking part. And, I was going to check how many exactly you have to kill before this guy ran up into me. Well, worth mentioning, though, is that the boss for the Crystal Spiders, Bloodweb, she's, like, semi-profitable. You're probably going to get some kind of, like, knight armor, knight legs off of her, or something like that, and you're probably going to get the other thing. A spider silk. Here, let me check real quick. Killing in the name of Crystal Spiders. Yeah, alright, 24 out of 30, or 300, not super great. And 36 out of 300. Alright, so 300 isn't super bad, I suppose. So yeah, Bloodweb's okay. She can be a little, like, of a potentially dangerous combatant, though. I didn't have a super difficult time with her on Sylvius, but I may certainly have a super difficult... It's hard really to say when, like, a paladin doesn't find things difficult, because a paladin tends to not let things hit them in the first place. and when a paladin is letting things hit them, something is going wrong, and it's still kind of hard to assess whether or not the monster was tough or if the paladin just screwed up. And it wouldn't be the first time I screwed up, let me tell you. Anyway, though, yeah, Blood Web didn't seem super difficult to me, personally. On Sylvius again. Oh, boy. There we go. There we go. Getting a lot of sniper arrows, and it's a shame that they're utterly useless. Anyway, so yeah, Blood Web didn't seem super difficult. I think I got like 2 or 3 spider silks off of her total, and since they're not all that expensive on Olympa, that wasn't super great. So yeah, it's kind of hard to say how good she is loot-wise also. On the other hand, Shardhead is the boss for the these guys, and Shardhead is utter crap. He drops like almost nothing. And actually, if you look on the wiki under like the killing in the name of tasks, it'll give you like a average gold you're going to get from these bosses. I think Ribstride is the most, followed by Fleshcrawler, but I think that's just because both of them drop something that's like super duper expensive. And then rarely at that. Crystal Sword. Those are worth 500 gold to Rashid, just in case you're wondering. So yeah, though, Shardhead's like average loot per kill is like 2,000 or something like that. Whereas like Bloodweb is like 8,000 or something like that. Shardhead is the worst out of all of the bosses. I think you'd get your like the average loot from the crocodile guy is higher than Shardhead's average loot. That's how crappy Shardhead is. There we go. That was some sick loot off that Crystal Spider. 18 gold. It'll take me far in life. Hey, look, once again. Oh boy. You know, I probably should have healed a little bit more than I did before I went into this. That's a really bad habit of mine, by the way. Because of Utura, I like to heal off of that because Utura gives you the best, like, HP gain for mana spent. I'm kind of running low on pots, too. Whatever. We'll keep going. So yeah, I try to rely on Utura for my healing, and that has obvious problems when it's going slow. So a lot of times I'll just be like, Utura's got it under control, and I'll just keep going without letting actual heals take place. So what I'm finding so far as a knight is that I really don't want to let them surround me. I take way more damage when they're both hitting me. I'm not whittling them down much faster with, like, Exories. Berserks, if that helps. Alright. Oh, crap. Okay. This is, what we call bad. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I definitely do not want that many of them on me. I think at level 70 on Dowdow, I get, like, improved recovery or something along those lines. I am very looking forward to that. They do not both stack, in case you were wondering. You can only have one up at a time. At least that's my understanding of it. I could be wrong. I have been known to be wrong in the past. Alright, let's examine Pox since we're walking back now. So yeah, general assessment of this place is it's kind of rough on a night. Although I find a lot of things to be awfully rough on a night. It's hard to judge. Like, resources expended as a knight involve potions way more than as a paladin. And then a paladin uses a whole bunch of money on arrows. So it's hard for me to judge exactly how much money I'm like wasting here. I am being like, wow, I'm going through tons of potions. Wow. Way too many potions are being wasted. Whereas on like Sylvius, I would waste barely any. Well, actually, at this place particularly, I would usually come out with more potions than I started with because of all the things dropping potions. On the other hand, though, I've definitely gone through a ton of potions. Futura. Doing good on the ice cubes, at least. So I'll do a quick little run through on this level, too. I kind of don't want to kill them all, though. What? It doesn't matter. Strong health potion. At least I can use those. I think at the level I'm at, the ice golems are a reasonable opponent for me to be fighting. I think the spiders might be pushing it a little bit. I hate when enemies die on top of each other. I have to go through this whole like browse field thing. As far as I know, the browse field thing wasn't always there though, and previously you would just have to wait for the full 10 seconds to be able to throw the thing off. It was especially annoying when they would die on top of rope holes, because when they died on top of rope holes, you couldn't even you couldn't move them or open them. Being a knight is such a weird experience for me. And Tibia's way of like leveling up, meaning you can just carry more supplies, make me never really feel like I'm strong. Huh, somebody else is hunting here, because I definitely not kill these. I wonder who would just be fighting the crystal golems, or the ice golems. I always get those two things confused. So, who would have just killed those, and then not these? None of this makes sense to me. Frosty Hearts are decent. I think they're 280 or so in Edron. A lot of stuff sells in Edron, for the record. Whoops. Alright, I am now out of food. $21. Practically nothing. Well, at least I'm stocking up on my health potions. Whatever. I did have to use one health potion in here. I really wish I could use those strong manas. Woe is me for being a knight. I knew it would kind of probably make knights a little bit overpowered if they could use the better mana potions, but it would be really cool if they could use at least one step up mana potions. That, or they should make, like, mana potion, strong mana potion, great mana potion plus, which is like the same thing, but just way more expensive. Maybe give it some kind of like miscellaneous effect instead of just increasing more mana. Oh, sick. 19. Miss. There we go. Yeah, if they were like, I don't know, drink the mana potion and also... Well, I mean, the Great Spirit potions are already kind of gain HP and mana, so I don't want to step into the same category as those. Maybe they could be like... and regenerate mana faster for a short period of time or something like that. kind of like a life ring effect, to make it stack with a life ring also. Anyway, that was Nibelor as a knight. Let me do the loot pick thing. Oop, there's the person. The one time I hit the wrong hotkey while I was here on Sylvius and accidentally did Divine Caldera, and then blasted the ever-loving crap out of that husky. This guy's annoying, by the way. You actually have to save passage to him. There we go. Alright, I'm going to pause and then walk my way back to the depot, and I'll do my little loot pick thing, so I'll come right back. Okay, people, I'm back. Up there is my little loot pick thing. Man, I took a picture of it with my phone so I could kind of see it, because when I put it up on the program, I can't actually see it. But I shook my hand, so now it's all blurry. Notable things were the loot pick gave the ice cubes a value of 300 gold a pop. Ice cubes had joke, is what I'm going to call them, buy offers of, 110, which is absurd. I listed mine at 400, which I think is reasonable, and they would sell for that. In fact, I've purchased them on Olympia for that price. So, underneath, like, miscellaneous platinum coins, I increased that. Hold on a second, let me pause this real quick. Okay, yeah. The capital platinum coins are the ones I added in. The actual platinum coins with the lowercase are things I looted. Likewise with everything that was looted there. The shards had sell offers and joke. Actually, I can just show you. Shard. There we go. Yeah, joke buy offers. They had them listed around 2K. I listed mine at 1.9 so that it would just sell. That's 100 less than what the loot pick people had. So I put in 1 platinum coin as waste down there at the bottom. Otherwise, the Spider Silks loot pick lists them at what you would get if you sold them to an NPC, which is 100 GP. I sold mine at 7.3K. So I added in 72K from that, minusing the one that was already listed there, the 100 GP from the actual item. So I ended up with profit of 7.7K or so, even considering I wasted all those mana potions. However, if you take out that, Spider Silk, my earnings plummet. You'll notice. So yeah, if I hadn't gotten lucky on that Spider Silk, I definitely would have just wasted there. Well, give or take, I suppose. So anyway, that's hunting here as a knight. I'll do some more videos tomorrow. Not now, I'm kind of tired and it's 5:16 in the morning. So yeah, time for me to go sleep.